And blessings, beautiful Coven. So today we are going to do a little bit of magic together. What we are about to prepare is a broom charm. Please read the notes in the description box below, okay, in the little write-up, and you will get a better understanding of what it is that we are making. And one of the most important lessons that I would like for you to take away from this little process is that you must make this charm your own, which means I'm going to go over some of the ingredients that I plan on using in my charm, and I want you to make the decision as to which kind of ingredients you are going to be using with your charm. Each of us are different. We require different types of energy. We work with different types of brooms in different types of countries and different types of nationalities and all of that kind of good fun stuff. And so differences must be welcomed into this approach. So here's what I've got. A selection of witchy ephemera, we will call it. So first of all, we need to decide on a bag. Now, ideally, I would use a cotton bag. So I have these that sometimes come in the moon box along with the tea, and they're pretty damn good. All of these are quite breathable, which means they leak. And so what I personally like to do is I like to layer. I have brown there for home magic. This will still leak, mind you, but I believe it's absolutely vital to have it layered because it makes less of a mess. And then the green inside the brown. Might look a little redundant, but bear with me. Okay, so use whatever colors you have. I tend to go for brown for earth, for home, you know, for that kind of good solid energy, and I go for green because of its prosperous nature. And wherever the home is involved, I prefer to use a nice green in there for that prosperous nature. I'm going to tuck that off to the side. Now I'm going to start off with something along the lines of a clear quartz, and what I might do here is a two-prong approach. So I'm just lighting my candle went out, and now I'm going to be reliant on a lighter. It's a bit of a windy day today, and so just a little something. Clear quartz are incredible all-rounder types of crystals, and you can hit them with water and specific types of magical waters. You can use something along the lines of a Florida water, which I have right here. And this is by no means incredibly necessary, but this is now saturated in Florida water. And well, why the hell not? I'm going to put that in there. Let's put that all over my hands. Now this is a broom charm, folks, that can be tied on your broom. Look at how wet that is. A bit heavy-handed there. It will be something that you can tie onto the end of a broom, onto your vacuum cleaner if you need it, onto a dustpan and brush if that's all you've got. Okay, so we've got these two little ties out here, so be sure it is something that you can in fact tie. Ideally, you want to maintain that kind of open vibe. It might actually be easier if I take out the green baggie and then put it in last so that you see, but it's going to be slipped in between those two layers. Now, I recently opened a moon box and it came with this little besom charm. So a besom is a term used to describe the witch's broom, particularly in the Wiccan tradition. So I have just uncovered here the runes that are in here if you would like to recreate this, because you can get a stone or a piece of wood and you can paint these same symbols onto your stone or piece of wood. So we have here the Protected Home Bind Rune. This bind rune was created exclusively for this very collection, so we thank the Witch's Moon for their collection. Placed within the designs are the runes of Raido, Algis, and Othala and Anzuz. These runes combine the energies of journey, protection, home, and intuition. The bind rune can be placed within sachets and mojo bags or used within a magical practice you feel called to include. So we are going to be putting that right in there. Now I want to... Where are you? Where are you? I'm looking for... No, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, but I'm going to do a little something. I've got the Ganesha oil here, which is the remover of obstacles, which if you have something similar, I encourage you to use that. We have... That's a Rose Aura one. What have we got over here? We've got the Open Pathways. I might use a bit of a High John. So this is a High John oil, practitioner size, created by Juniper Moon's Apothecary. High John is a condition oil. And I'm going to smother that in there. And then I'm going to take a deep breath and whisper a blessing of protection using your own words. Okay, so I'm going to add that in there after my blessing. Alright, and now here are some of the botanicals that I have put aside. I have red brick dust for protection, so I'm going to use just a wee pinch of that. There we go, went straight through. Did you see that? These organza bags, they're lovely, but they just make a bloody mess. It went straight through. It's so lovely. Then I have some black salt here. Don't need to use a lot, just a little. There are flies everywhere, for that I apologize. Then I'm going to be adding the magic of one bay leaf. Nice, beautiful bay leaf. You can buy bay at most grocery stores. We don't need that. Then I have here some frankincense. In raw resin form, so I'm going to add 3 pieces. You can add as many as you like. You could also add copal or myrrh. I have peppermint here. I'm going to add a bit of peppermint to it. Peppermint is very refreshing. And then I have a very special ingredient here that came over from New Orleans, and this is Butcher's Broom. So I'm going to add a pinch of that into my charm here. And then to that, I also received with the Besom box from the Witch's Moon this charm. Sorry, I bumped the camera there. And it's Broom, cleansing, home, journey, spirit contact, protection, purity, and intuition. So I'm going to put that in there as well to make it dedicated. I'm just using what I have here, kids. You might not necessarily have all of these things, but use what you have first and foremost. I have some Ganesha oil here, and Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, and I'm going to infuse it in there. It's going to get really messy and sticky here in a minute. Okay, so we've got 2 different oils in there so far. I have the Ganesha and the High John. I was contemplating the Fiery Wall of Protection magical oil, but I'm not sure. I'm actually not feeling that one right now. Not feeling it the way that I need to feel it. So I'm going to forego that. And the last ingredient that I am going to use, if I can actually open the damn bottle, is lavender. It's going to be fat with lavender. Okay, once I have it here, I want to in fact enhance it and really fill it with a certain essence. And so I want to be able to hold it in my hand and breathe some magic in there. And this is a part where you have to make this as personal to you as possible, because only you know who is in your home, only you know what your home needs, only you know what kind of energy you're wishing to change in your home and what you are aiming to protect your home from. Okay, so these have to be words of the soul, of the spirit, that come from the witch. And take your time here. They don't have to rhyme, they just have to mean something to you. So I'm going to take a moment here. Okay, I've said my piece. I'm going to knot it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to add it to the brown baggie. I'm going to knot that once. And then I'm going to add that to the muslin. And then whatever I have left over, like you see here, I'll add little pinches of that as needed. And there you have it. We will then tie this off in a good knot, just a single knot. That gives you ample strength to tie it to whatever it is that you need to tie it to. The oils will come through the baggie. It will be a sticky sort of situation, but that is all part of the mess of magic. And if you have something that's a little bit more, I guess, solid, something where the oils may not necessarily seep through, then you might be looking at a much more kind of, what do they call it, kind of like a plasticky kind of baggie. Something synthetic is the word that I was looking for, and I prefer to use natural fibers because of their ability to breathe within magic. And so it is meant to be a little bit messy. And now once you have made your charm, I want you to sit with it, like spend a little time with it and understand that it's going to take a moment to fully charge your charm. Charge it for a whole lunar cycle if you need to. Charge it under the energy of the full moon. Charge it as you see fit. And it can be solar charged or lunar charged. That's important to remember as well. And when you feel like it has enough essence, when you've breathed on it, when you've fed it, when you've done those types of things, and you can feed it with the oils that you've used within your making and creating of this charm. So you can feed it with that. You can also feed it with Florida water. You can feed it with alcohol if you see fit. Once you have fed it and it feels like it is crackly and active and it feels like it's exuding a certain amount of energy, then you can tie it to either your vacuum cleaner, your broom, your dustpan, whatever it is that you are planning on tying your broom charm to. Okay? And there you have it. It is a fully made broom charm that you can add to your broom. And each and every time that you use your broom or your vacuum cleaner or your dustpan and brush, take a moment to connect with the energy of the charm that you yourself have made and use it as a tool for magic. By the time you've attached this to your broom, then what you've got is you've made a magical tool. And each and every time you use your broom, you think cleansing, clearing, protection, and all of those types of beautiful things, as well as let's sweep this crap up off the ground. You know, there's so much that you can do with a broom within the home, and broom magic is absolutely fun and fascinating and rich in its history. But have your charm attached to whatever it is that you use the most. If you're a type of person that uses a lot of brooms inside your home, use this on your broom. If you're the type of person that uses this on a vacuum cleaner, then use this charm on your vacuum cleaner. Use it the most. Put it on the item that you use the most. That's all you need to remember, and you'll be fine from there. Alright, my beautiful souls, I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial on how to make a fun and pretty sassy little broom charm. Again, use what you have, make what you don't have. Don't be frightened to write petitions. Don't be frightened to add power sigils on pieces of paper and add them in there. Don't be frightened to add your own hair and the hair of your loved ones to your broom charm. Don't be frightened to make this charm your own. You have so many options on the making and creating of this charm. I have simply used what I have here, and I wanted to make the most of some of these things that I might otherwise go unused, and I've put them in there, and I'm hoping that that creates the necessary energy that I need to ensure that my charm is fully packed. So I'm going to spend days and days and days on this now, charging it up, giving it a little energy, giving it a little oomph, and I encourage you to do the same when you have it to this point right here. Alright, my beautiful souls, with all of that said and done, I'm wishing you so much love, luck, peace and joy. Let me know how you go with this. I'd love to see some photos if you're able to share them, and I will chat to you again soon. Mwah. Bye!